Hey guys, Alex Williams with Bratton Sports Performance. So the video here today is going to cover some of our advanced progressions for our pogo series. We already have a video on some of our basic baseline level pogo progressions, talking about double and single leg pogos, as well as forward and lateral pogos. Today we're just going to go over some of our progressions from there. These are progressions that some of our more advanced athletes can use, that have been through those baseline progressions, or people that need a little extra resistance or external load in order to keep strengthening through that ankle joint. So the first couple we're going to talk about are using Arocs pads and a hurdle. Okay, so just like in that first pogo video, we can do forward pogos with that Arocs pad. We can do forward pogos with a hurdle. And so as we're going through this, all we're going to do is pogo, get to it, jump up onto the Arocs pad or over the hurdle, and then continue into that pogo progression. So it's just like this. So the way we set that up is we'll do maybe 2 or 3 Arocs pads in a 5-yard space, going back and forth through that 5-yard space. Now for our pogos using that hurdle, it's the same setup, same type of movement. We're going to go through that forward pogo, but now as we get in front of that hurdle, we're just going to make an increased jump over that hurdle. So we'll set up here. So a couple reasons we do this. It gives the athletes a little bit of more of a challenge. Okay, on that hurdle they have to increase the force into the ground in order to get up higher off the ground and over that hurdle. The Arocs pad provides a little bit of a different type of surface. So similar to that hurdle, they've got to create a bigger jump in order to get up to the Arocs pad. Once they hit the Arocs pad, the ground, the contact that they're going to feel at their feet is a little different than normal ground. So they're going to have to account for that. That pad is also going to shoot them up higher, and so when they hit the ground again off that pad, now they're going to have to be able to account for that and control that landing a little bit more. So our next variation is a lateral pogo onto the Arocs pad. So as we set up on this, we want to set the pad up against the black wall. Okay, this is going to keep that pad in place and not allow it to shift along the ground as we're going through the exercise. Just like all our pogos, we want to focus on, once we return back to the ground, being quick and stiff through that ankle joint in order to rebound into that next jump. So to set up, we're just going to start on the side. We're going to jump up onto the blue pad. That's going to recoil us back into the air, and I want to land next to the blue pad in this starting position. From there, we're going to do quick jump back onto the blue pad, just going back and forth for a set number of reps. So I'll show you a couple here. Our last couple of variations include one with a PVC pipe and a few with a med ball. Okay, these are going to be a little more advanced for some of our more advanced athletes. So people that have been through a couple weeks of programming and pogos, some of our stronger athletes, some of our stronger high school and college athletes. So for the PVC, all we're going to do is go overhead with that pipe. So we're going to go a little wider than shoulder width grip. We're going to go straight up overhead, and then just like a normal pogo, we're going to be quick up and down off the ground. One of our final pogo progressions is going to be a med ball pogo. Now this is great for younger athletes that have been through a number of weeks of pogos that need a little extra resistance to give them some progression. It's good for some of our stronger athletes that just don't get anything out of some of the other pogo variations. Either they've been through it or they're too strong for it. And so generally this is going to be a pretty light med ball. We'll go from anywhere from 4 to 6 to maybe even 8 for those stronger high school and college athletes. And so one thing we can do is go at the chest, okay, a little bit more controlled here, just going in front of the chest, or we can go up overhead, similar to that PVC pogo. Again, we want to control that implement, not let it get away from the body. But again, the focus is still on those ankles, being quick through the ankle and snapping through the ground.